Hi there. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is Curve Flattening Concert number 500. First man in here is Milwaukee Matson on YouTube. And thank you for those congratulations, Mr. Matson. And some more people will show up here, I'm just sure. In the meantime, I will clink you hello. I have a little bit of decaf. I'm already all thoroughly caffeinated for the day. I even allowed myself a Pepsi at lunch. It's my birthday celebration day. So here's a clink for you all. Mr. Alex Bevan is here, and Rhonda Scott Merrick, and Terry St. James, and Warren Bendler, and Janelle. Alex, I didn't see anything on your page, so if you're going to play anytime soon, let us know. And I have to put down my coffee, darn it, so that I can say hello. Terry St. James is here, Pam Zappardino, Charlie Bryant, Mike Verbeck and Deb Leiby Clark, and Steve Davidson, and Lori Payne, Carol Pred, Ken Nashif, and David Arthur Radcliffe from the UK. So it's good to see you all here. And we'll get rolling. I'm going to do, a couple more songs than my normal concert. So I did finally settle on, I think that the theme for today is something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. And so we'll start with something old. This is one of the first songs I learned how to play adequately, finger-picking style on the guitar. And it's still a favorite. I always enjoy singing it. So, from the pen of the estimable Robert Zimmerman. Well, it ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window, baby, and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. And it ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. The light I never know. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. Still, I wish there was something that you could do or say to try to make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway. But don't think twice, it's alright. So long, honey, babe, where I'm bound I can't tell, but goodbye is too good a word, gal, so I'll just say fare thee well. Now, I'm not saying that you treated me unkind. You could have done me better, baby, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my precious time, but don't think twice, it's alright. And it ain't no use calling out my name, gal, like you never done before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, 'cause I can't hear you anymore. I'm a-thinking and a-wondering as I'm walking down this road. I once loved a woman, a child, I'm told. Well, I give her my heart, she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, that's all right. That song just never gets old. Still love that one. So let me see who we're missing here. I got up to about there. Zap is here, Charlie, Mike Verbeek, Deb Leby Clark, Steve Davidson, I Did All You Guys, Ken Nashif, Terry St. James is here, Connie Adams, and John Hubner, my old friend. And halfway to 1,000. Yeah, let's not think that far ahead. Kathy Marzik, hi, Kath. Don Bergman. Hello. S.A. Tudhope and Helene Tober Fowler and Johnson Hogg over there in France. And Rich Fowler, too. And Larry Pattis. Hi, Larry. And let me think. Oh, Ann Mintz, one of my favorite listeners and favorite friends. Bernd Bookman over there in Germany. Mike Miller down there in North Carolina, one of several Mike Millers I've known over the years. Bonnie O'Donnell, welcome aboard, Bonnie. Betsy McIntyre is here from Northeast Ohio. And Linda Pasqua Blaze, did I mention you? I think I did. And Ellen O'Brien. Hi, Ellen. So next up, I guess this also comes under the heading of old and also borrowed. I'm borrowing it from the Reverend Gary Davis. So he was a huge influence on me, on my guitar playing in the early years. And the things that I learned from him and from studying his style as well, they became so deeply embedded in my own guitar style that they're there whether I like it or not. But this one is one of his well-known rags, and it's usually called the Cincinnati Flow Rag or the Slow Drag. The Cincinnati Flow Rag from the playing of the Reverend Gary Davis, one of the two greatest ragtime blues guitarists of the 20th century and of any century since I don't know if there was anybody in the 19th century who would have counted. So I saw Andreas Postler show up here and Ann Caston. And all of you dear friends whose names I've seen here so many times now. And it's such a pleasure. So next up, something old, something new. The new thing is coming up a little later. I guess the last one was borrowed, and this one, it may not fall into any of those categories. And this is one, Alex is here, and Alex does this too, and we do it in very different ways, but it's such a great song that you could hardly hurt it. You'd have to really try hard to make it a bad version, you know. And I love Alex's version, and it is so much Alex's version that I would never try to replicate that. And mine, you know, I may have tried to replicate Townes Van Zant's version, but I don't know. Living on the road, my friend, is gonna make you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into your dream. Now Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel, wore his gun outside his belt for all the honest world to feel. They say he met his end, you know, on the desert south in Mexico. No one heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. And some gray federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way, out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south, it ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, there ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way, out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell, lefties living in a cheap hotel. Desert is quiet, Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Now he's growing old, and all the federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way, out of kindness, I suppose. And some great federales say they could have had him any day. They just let him go that way, out of kindness, I suppose. Pancho and Lefty by Townes Van Zandt, and covered by a phone book worth of people, including Emmylou Harris and Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings, and or was it Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard, I think it was, who did it. Anyhow, just a terrific song. So, some announcements. First, hello to the Invisibles. Mike Stillman, who just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. And I think just had a birthday. Did I get that right? Either that or he wished me a happy birthday. And Joel Biget and Bill Rubenstein and Mario Prue, who built this lovely guitar. And Judith Fox and Kit Sarikaku and Linda Worster and Kate Mack. They are the resident Invisibles here. And as usual, there is a PayPal link right there, and Venmo. You can always contribute something to the Charlie the Dog Veterinary Fund. We'll take a little look at Charlie now. I think he's very visible today. And he just waved his paw to you. He didn't want to move too much, you know. He conserves his energy, but there was a little wave of the paw which kind of said, "Hi, fans. Hi, Raleigh and Charlie fans." So that now we've done that. We've done the Charlie thing. We will do. And that will do. You know, I think we could get a little more of the guitar in the picture. I always try to make sure you can see the guitar because it's prettier than me, which is a low bar to try to overcome. And I want to talk about a couple other things. First of all, for anyone here in the Philly area, I want to mention that my buddy Cliff Eberhardt and another old friend, John Gorka, and Patty Larkin and Lucy Kaplansky will be playing at the Sellersville Theater this Friday night as part of their On a Winter's Eve tour, which they've done for the last few years. And that's a great show of wonderful singer-songwriters, and they're all really good musicians, too. They can all really play the guitar. And if you're in the area, you might want to go catch that show. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to be there. And also I want to talk just a little bit about the future, about my future. So when I originally started doing concerts, I did 4 concerts a week for about the first year or year and a half, I think. And then eventually I cut back to 3 concerts a week. And I've been at 3 concerts a week for a long, long time. And for the moment, I'm going to stay there at 3 a week. But in the not too distant future, I may cut back to 2 concerts a week. But I have no plan to quit doing the concerts. I like doing them, and people keep showing up. You know, I kind of keep some track of how many people show up. And, you know, if it got if the numbers got too low, I would have to think, well, maybe I'm just, not serving enough of a purpose here. But the numbers have stayed really, really very even over the last 3 years, actually, and for which I'm very thankful and grateful to you all for being part of this community. And it's been a joy seeing this community develop, with me simply being kind of a catalyst. Like, I'm here, and then you guys have all met each other and gotten to know each other. So I love that. And the other part of it for me, and this may not relate to any of you at all, but I became an acupuncturist 34 years ago. And part of the reason I did that after being a professional musician for 12 years or something, 10 years, is that the collision of commerce and money and music had kind of worn me out, and I didn't enjoy being a musician anymore because it was all, I had to constantly be worried about making money. By becoming an acupuncturist, and I also was teaching Tai Chi at that time, and as I am now, I was able to not worry about the money part of being a guitar player. And, some money came in, that was good, but I made my living doing these other things. Now, and part of me becoming an acupuncturist was very closely related to me being with Janice, who was a wonderful acupuncturist, really a gifted healer. And with Jan gone, my fire for being an acupuncturist has really cut down substantially. And so there may come a time, I've already cut back, and there may come a time when I quit doing acupuncture, which means I'm going to have to start finding ways of making money as a guitar player. And that may be a Patreon page, or it may be more online lessons, or it may just be plugging my guitar lessons more so I get more students online, all that kind of stuff. But I just thought I'd mention it to you guys in case I start to become really obnoxiously self-promotional. Then you'll know it's just because I have to. So in the meantime, we'll just go on as if nothing happened, and that'll be the future. Means maybe going down to 2 concerts a week, and maybe finding more ways to insinuate myself into the profit-making aspect of the music community. So, the schedule I am on now, Thursday, I do not know if anybody is going to be performing. Friday, I believe Slim Edelman will be doing his 3:30 show, and I believe Bunny Barnes will be doing her 4 o'clock show. Saturday, Dakota Dave will be doing his 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock Central Time, Guitar Day with Dakota Dave. Warren, I don't know if you're on, because I saw that there was some kind of folk festival that day, so let me know at my old junior high school. So let us know if you're going to be on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I will be back at 10:30, as per my word. And I think that's all of the announcements for now. Okay, so let me kind of go back and say hi to some more people. And everybody's already here. I already said hello to everyone. But there's more messages that I didn't see, so I will look down. Jeanette is here, Jeanette Hubner, John's wife, and my old friend too. And lots of lovely comments from you guys, which I appreciate. And we're getting down to the end of the list. I'm scrolling. Man, I think I said hi to everyone. Okay, so next up, so this song this is the Something New, Something Old and Something New. And this song I wrote, I've written about 8 songs since I put the CD out a year ago, and none recently as it goes. This is one of them, and so it's kind of new. It's not on the CD, and I have a little nit to pick, which is that whenever somebody writes to me about this, they always get the name wrong. And the name of the song is like Tears in Rain, and people always say Tears and Rain. And I try really hard to enunciate so people will hear. Because, see, the image of tears and rain doesn't mean much to me, but the image of tears in rain, and anybody who knows where that came from can post it in the chat. That image is extremely powerful. The idea of things vanishing, disappearing from the earth like tears in rain. And that's the name of this song. And this was written actually when my buddy David Surratt passed away about a little over a year ago. Since you're gone, I think of you up there in the great beyond, or who knows where. And now and then I'll say hello, but if you hear, you never let me know. Up where you are, time has no end, but way down here, I'm losing friends. Here on earth, nothing stays the same. We're here and gone, like tears in rain, here and gone, like tears in rain. Another friend, another loss. We give our love, we pay the cost. He leaves the stage, we say goodbye. Then we're left here to wonder why. Up where you are, time has no end, but way down here, I'm losing friends. Here on earth, nothing stays the same. We're here and gone, like tears in rain, here and gone, like tears in rain. I know someday my time will come, a gust of wind and I'll be gone. And though I don't know how or when, I like to think I'll see you then. Up where you are, time has no end, but way down here, I'm losing friends. Here on earth, nothing stays the same. We're here and gone, like tears in rain. Here and gone, like tears in rain. Thank you. Thanks for those kind words. I see you guys posting here. So next up, I didn't want to do this 500th concert and not do anything jazzy. So I was originally going to do My Secret Love as an instrumental, and I may do that, but I may mix it in with something else, with Dancing on the Ceiling, which I can also throw in there. So we'll see what happens. That's the nice thing about jazz. You can go, especially if you're a solo, you just go wherever you want to go. You can change keys if you want. You can use chords that everybody goes, what? Where'd that come from? You can do all kinds of cool stuff. So I guess I'll start out with My Secret Love. So equal parts of My Secret Love and Dancing on the Ceiling. I think I'll have a little more coffee here. And someone, I think it was Warren, knew where the term Tears in Rain came from. And Kathy Marzik just quoted the whole thing here. Let me go back here. Rutger actually wrote that whole speech, he says, when he dies. That's what Warren said, and that's amazing. I actually have a good friend who named her son Rutger because of Blade Runner. And he's like in college now, so he's been around for a while, the namesake of Rutger Hauer. And that is one of the great scenes in cinema. And speaking of cinema, I watched a movie last night. I have to change guitars here. I watched a movie last night that my good friend Jim Campbell up in Maine recommended to me. Jim was Janice's boyfriend before she met me, long before. Like they had long split up when we got together. And they stayed friends, and we always stayed friends. Jim is, for those of you in Maine, he was one of the people who wrote the original grants for the radio station WERU. So Debbie Moore probably knows this. And actually has had shows on that radio station a lot of times. But he recommended this great film to me, and it's called The Brand New Testament. And I won't tell you anything more about it. You can get it on Prime for like $2, or I think it's on some platform called Caravan or something like that. And it's in French with English subtitles. But if you are somebody who really appreciates kind of really creative cinema that's interesting and well done, you might really check it out. The Brand New Testament. I compare it to movies. If you ever saw the movie Amelie or the movie Diva when it was out years ago, and those were both very stylish and beautifully heartfelt movies, really great movies. And this one falls into that category, The Brand New Testament. Just saying. Okay, so one more song for you today, and let me just do a little more scrolling here. I think I said hello to most of you. Deb Huxtable, and that means maybe Chris Reitz, who knows? And Donna Greenberg is here. And I saw Deb and Chris Zoomed with me the other night, and we caught up. We try to catch up every once in a while. They're halfway across the country, so I don't see them as often as I'd like. Okay, so we did something old, we did something new, we did something borrowed, and so this is going to be a little bit blue. And it's interesting to me. I'm a little talky today. It's interesting to me that when I think, oh, I should play a blues, there are not that many blues tunes that I sing anymore. And I hate to sound politically correct or anything, but so many of them are kind of, misogynistic and violent, and it's hard to find ones that have a lyric that you really like. So, I do Coming in My Kitchen, which is, on the line itself, but there's so many of them that are about, killing your girlfriend and stuff like that. Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out is another one I do. So this one isn't actually a blues per se, but it is blue. I would call this blue. And it's written by a guy named David Whiffen. I just come in on the midnight special. Say, how about that? My car broke down in Texas. Stopped dead in its tracks. Now I just called to tell you that I miss you. And I just called to tell you that I care. I feel like some old engine done lost its driving wheel. Just like some old engine lost its driving wheel. I took my money on the night train, babe. Oh, what a terrible fight. I promised I would be there with you on Saturday night. Now I just called to tell you that I need you. And I just called to tell you that I care. I feel like some old engine done lost its driving wheel. Just like some old engine lost its driving wheel. Can't say too much in a phone call, babe. You know how it is. But I'll just tell you this one more thing. Hey, won't you listen to this? Well, I just want to tell you that I love you. And I just want to tell you that I care. I feel like some old engine lost its driving wheel. Just like some old engine lost its driving wheel. Like some old engine Be happy and be healthy. Be brave and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Thank you so much for joining me. Charlie is asleep here, but he sends his telepathic regards, and I will hope to see you guys Sunday morning at 10:30 for concert number 501. Much love to you all, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.